Well, first of all, just the context of what the team's been able to accomplish here with a club record 10-game winning streak.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, happy with the string of games we put together here. A lot of us thought that in the 80s, 90s, they probably would have had a few more than 10. So, I mean, it's exciting for us, but at the same time, we still want to keep pushing and keep getting better and striving for more. Obviously, we know the start we had, so you kind of got to put these streaks together a little bit and get yourself back into it. But our game's coming along. I think the way that we're just staying in games, I thought all 3 games on the road, they were tight for 60 minutes, and we just stayed in it, stayed confident that eventually we'd be able to break through, and we got the job done. So it's kind of the mindset that you have to have, especially later in the year, obviously playoffs especially, but you have to stay in games for full 60.
17 goals against on the winning streak, and I believe just 11 in the last 8 games. I mean, obviously you're getting good goaltending, but there are some other things, do you think, that have been cleaned up or working defensively?
I think, like you said, it starts with our goalie. There's always going to be chances for the other team, and Pixons too have been great for us. They've been just solid when we need them to be, and then I think our RD have just been tight checking, hard to play against. I know as a forward, I wouldn't be wanting to go up against our D-core right now, so that's been a huge part of it, and I think the defensive, the right mindset from the forwards coming back, supporting the D, letting them, making it a little easier on them. I think that's kind of been our mindset, so I think it's the full team. Obviously starts with goaltending.
Will this always be a matchup that is easier to get up for? It's not the Canadian team, they're fans from everywhere. They got some pretty high-end guys that are probably fun to play against. Is it an easy one?
Yeah, I mean, I think as a game, you take it the same as most other games. Obviously, they have a lot of skill, so you got to be aware of that. As far as in the building, we know our fans will be louder. They always are, and you kind of want to put the other ones to bed a little bit and have a good game for the ones that show up for us. So it's just going to happen when you play a team like Toronto or Montreal. So it's definitely part of it. But as far as a game, we just want to keep the same mindset and understand they have some guys who are game breakers who can make you pay if you make mistakes. And but the main focus is in here.
A lot of similarities between the two organizations and even the makeup of the two teams that must make it, and the trappings as well, make it a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely, obviously, 2 Canadian markets. Fan bases are great. Definitely great support from both fan bases, but obviously at home we want to have a good start and kind of let our game take over.
Ryan, you've been on a lot of road trips over your career, but this latest one, I mean, you go out there, you guys win all the games you're supposed to, your captain's birthday, and you get you make a franchise record. What was that all like?
I mean, yeah, it was a lot of fun. Obviously, when you're rolling like this, it's a lot of fun to play, and you get some confidence that you bring it every night. But I think the biggest takeaway from that was just like I kind of talked about before, how tight every game was, and how we just stayed in it, and we're a confident team, and found a way to get the job done every night. So I think that was kind of the biggest takeaway. But obviously, exciting. We had a couple birthdays actually, Brownie, yesterday, but on the way home. So obviously, happy to get a win for those two.
Do you need to see the offense perk up a little bit, or I mean, you're closing out these 2-1 and 3-2 games pretty well, but do you want to see more offense?
I think before last few games, 4 games, it was where we wanted to be. I think we know we have the ability to get back to that and keep producing. But I think the important thing is the way that we're shutting things down when it's not going in for us. And I mean, other teams are playing tight against us, and goalies are playing well against us. So it's going to happen sometimes, and you need to be able to shut things down on the other side of it and be able to win those tight games.
Zach Hyman used to be a Leaf, as we all know, and things have turned out pretty well for him here. What can you say about just the way that he was a good player in Toronto, but he's at the next level here in Edmonton?
Yeah, I mean, he was always a tough guy to play against. Obviously, the way he plays is especially as a centerman, trying to defend him as a low guy was always tough. But obviously, I mean, goes without saying. But we're happy to have him on our side, and The way that he just works day in, day out, keeps getting better, keeps wanting to get better. Yeah, I mean, can't say enough about the player, but also the person. So, I mean, definitely happy to have him over on our side now.
What's allowed the penalty kill to be as successful as it has been here during the stretch?
Well, I think everybody's in sync. I think it definitely starts with saves when we need them to. I mean, the goalies have been so solid for us. There's always going to be chances on the power play. It's just the way it is. There's a lot of good players out there. They're going to make plays, and you need those saves when especially at big times of the game. But I think we're just in sync right now. Guys are playing together, reading well off each other, and anticipating.